Hey, welcome to Flying Wheels. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels, and today I'm issuing you a stop by order. Okay, is that a thing? I know it's a stop sale. Is there such thing as a stop by order? Today's a warning, guys. I am telling you what is going on in the market. Now, I have my boots on the ground, meaning I'm like the first person to see everything as far as the economy is going. Why? Well, I'm a car dealer, and you might not even see the relation, but I'm telling you right now, I see how the market is working firsthand. If car prices are up, things are probably pretty good. If car prices are down, things are probably not so good. Why? Because we can see what people are and are not buying, how they're spending. We can see their habits right away. I mean, every day you need a car, right? So every day you're either purchasing a car, you're selling a car, you're fixing your car, you're putting fuel in your car, you're buying insurance for your car. One way or another, your world revolves around the auto industry, whether you know it or not. Well, I buy cars every single week, so I see how the market changes, whether it's up or whether it's down. When COVID happened, like everything got shut down for 2 weeks, everyone started liquidating, everyone was afraid, and everyone started selling off everything, including the rental car companies, which is why rentals are so expensive right now, because they don't have any supply. Well, what happened then, which isn't what this video is about, but what happened then was everybody sold everything off and nobody had any inventory, so they liquidated everything like a fire sale. They sold everything off real cheap. I bought a bunch of stuff because things were cheap. Then everybody needed inventory, so prices started climbing, and there was a shortage on new car manufacturer parts, which we had no idea what that was going to happen. So they created a shortage, the supply was low, the demand was high, prices were going up and up and up and up, and they're just like ridiculous. Now, today's video is all about a warning on what you should be looking out for now, because I'm telling you right now, things are not good and they're volatile. And there's multiple videos. I'm going to talk about leasing, I'm going to talk about financing and all that stuff. That's not what today's video is about. I'm giving you an example of what's going on. Now, today I'm at the auction. You're alongside with me. I brought a car to sell. It's a 2017 Ford F-150 that should be right around here somewhere. Oh, it's already going up and running through, so you're going to see it firsthand with me. So I bought a 2017 Ford F-150 6-cylinder turbo back in January. I bought it below book value at auction. So us dealers have apps that tell us what cars are going for, like in the last 30 days, like average prices. I paid $23,450 for a 2017 F-150 with 100,000 miles. I bought it way below value. Well, honestly, I've had that truck for way too long, and it's kind of just been sitting, and I'm watching the market change month by month. So now we have inventory that we've overpaid for, and car prices are coming down at the auction. So much so that today I have 5 if bids on cars, which never happens. Cars sell for even over asking price at the auction typically, if you've been watching my videos. Well, today I have 5 if bids, meaning I was the high bidder and I was below the seller's reserve. Why? Because sellers are so overconfident, they're so cocky about their prices that they don't see when things are changing or correcting or adjusting. So if I am the high bidder, that's the value of the vehicle. That's what that vehicle is worth. Now, that means that happened 5 different times today. I was the high bidder 5 times and the seller said, no, that's not quite enough. That hasn't happened to me since pre-COVID. This is a warning of what's to come. Now, my truck is a perfect example. My 2017 Ford F-150 is running through shortly. You can see it up there. I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I'm gonna take you in with me. That truck I paid $23,450. We're gonna see what it's worth 6 months later at the same exact auction. Now, on top of that, I'm going to show you another truck that is newer that I'm the high bidder on, that I have the if on. So I'm worried about this truck. I can't take a huge beating on it, and we're going to see what it actually will or won't sell for right now. So here's my 2017 F-150 with 115,000 miles. We're going to see how it does in the auction right now.
$3,000, $3,000. Yeah, $3,000. What are you thinking? 25. $2,000. No more. Roll it. Now more, watch it. 20 more, to bottom.
3,500.
23, 24, pops her out. 2,500, yeah, 10, 6, 7. Now 8,
You can get even close to it.
Now 9, now 3. $3,000. It'll tell you how
It runs well. I drove it here.
$3,000. $2,900.
If you can do like 3,300, I'll let it go.
He put 3,200.
I drove it here.
Put 3,200. Absolute auto wholesale. He drove it here and he said it went out fine. Put 32 up there if you don't mind. 32. 3,300 if you want it. Going once.
Title's here.
3,300 going twice. Last and final call. $3,300. No sale.
Can you still go back and sell it to him or not?
Can you go back, put it on 28? Go back to 28, see if it's 29.
Car 29?
Absolutely. If you want it for 29, he said go ahead and take it.
Oh, the same car?
Yeah. See if he's still up there if he wants it. He said he'll sell it to you for 29 if you want it.
That's so cheap.
$2,800 up there. Put 28 up there.
He said he wants it.
He does? You still don't take it? Got Matty Martin? It is. He'll take it. 2,900. Matt, we gotta click in at 29, all right?
I'm trying to go down.
Yep, there you go. 2,900 at 519. 519. Thank you, Matty. 519.
Thanks.
2,900, 519.
I'm selling that or is that?
Selling it. We're selling it.
Yeah.
Drop it about
This
102.
one, I own it for 23 and a half. So
Yeah, tell you
H unit. It's an inspectable truck.
21 pounds, 21.2. Yeah, tell you how much I've been done 21.2. Tell you how much I've been done 21.2. 21.2. Three Stooges right there. 21.2. Tell you what I've been done 21.2. Tell you how much I've been done 21.2. 21 pounds, 21.2. Yeah, tell you how much I've been done 21.2. How much I've been done 21.2. No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you though. So I sold the Chevy Traverse that I had. I owned that car for $3,500, which was below book value. I sold it for $2,900 minus auction fees, so about $2,700, which means I took like a $750 loss on that car. But I'm moving inventory. I got to keep it out of here, and I'll move that money into something else. My F-150, by the way, most people know who you are. This is my grandfather, Papa Alec, joins me every Thursday at the auction. Pop, that 2017 F-150, I paid $23,400 or something at the auction 6 months ago. Today, I couldn't get $21,000. That's how much the market has changed. Literally no bids at $21,000. Now that truck is inspectable. I can sell it with a warranty. It's already detailed. It's what we call retail ready. And I still can't get several $1,000s less than I paid for it. Now with that in mind, today I looked at a 2018 F-150 with the same miles. I was the high bidder at $18,000, just to put it in perspective of what my truck is worth. Now there's no reason for me to sell a retail ready clean truck that needs nothing, that's already been serviced, at a loss. That one I can retail on my lot and I'll just hang on to it until it sells. But that is an indicator of what the market is like right now. So as dealers, stop paying MMR. MMR is Manheim Market Report value. That's what the average is in the past 30 days. Things are changing and you can't base your values around that. So if you're paying MMR or above MMR, above auction value, you are crazy and you're gonna get stuck holding the, how does that phrase go? You're gonna get stuck holding the what?
The bag.
You're gonna get stuck holding the bag, is that how it goes?
I didn't know.
So just be careful. You guys gotta stop overpaying at the auction. We control market values. What we spend on them
It's stuck
is
holding the ball.
stuck holding the ball, he says. What we spend, we control the market. We control the values. We set the market as dealers. What I pay for it plus my profit is what I can sell it for. So if I'm overpaying and I still have that same profit margin, I have to charge more. If I'm underpaying, I still have that same profit I need to make. I can sell the vehicle for less. So if we stop overpaying for cars, we're going to bring the market back down and we're going to regulate everything. But the problem was, for so long there was a lack of inventory, so we were just fighting over inventory to make the same amount of money. Now the inventory's kind of in and people aren't buying as much. They either have their cars or they're not spending the money because they're worried about what's going to happen in the economy, and interest rates are rising. So relate this to the housing market because it's exactly the same. I had said, like, our feet are on the ground first. People are always buying cars. They're not always buying houses. It happens with cars first and then it goes to the houses too. So beware of what's going on. And as a buyer, like if you're not a dealer and you're a regular buyer, here's what to expect. Prices aren't coming down anytime soon because dealers still have a full supply of inventory that we own for too much money now. So we're not going to lower the prices on those cars. But instead of saying like everything is non-negotiable, things are going to start to get negotiable again sometime soon when dealers start to break and say, all right, we need to sell some things. So that's what you should expect. And just to put it in perspective, Pop, if bids. When's the last time you even saw me with an if bid?
6 months.
6 months, yeah. I haven't had an if bid in forever because dealers are overpaying and outbidding me, and I refuse to overpay for vehicles. Today I have 5 if bids we're waiting on. So let's go see what I bought and I underpaid for things, or just paid the right number today. All right, E56 is a 2010 Toyota Tundra, which I'm really excited about because it's white and it's chalky white, like a faded white, but it's not rusty, which is great. I'm gonna bring this to my detailer, and this white that has no gloss to it and cloudy headlights, he's gonna make look brand new. It's solid and it's clean. It's it's just old looking. And next week, if you see this thing, I'll show you in another video how it looks when I'm done. This truck is going to be a different vehicle in just a few days. So these things are worth a ton of money. Even with 180,000 miles, a 2010 Tundra, I paid, the auction value, the MMR is over 10.5, I think, on this truck. I paid $8,500 for a clean Toyota Tundra, which I think is a really fair price. So I'll pay a couple $100 to have it detailed. I'll go through the services, make sure it's safe for somebody, so I'll probably own it for $9,500, and then it's still a $12,000 truck. Now, if I overpaid, you know, it's relative. I'd have to ask more money to sell this thing. So, like I said, we're in charge of the market, and we're in charge of what you're gonna pay as a buyer based on what we pay as dealers. Okay, I have another perfect example of what I'm talking about because I like to show you firsthand. I bought a 2017 Ford Expedition EL today, limited. A really, really nice truck. I paid $19,000 plus auction fees. So I'm probably like $19,400 and change for this vehicle right here. And I negotiated it from the seller, and it was a new car store, and he said, I am giving this to you. This is a deal. And I said, you're not really giving me a great deal. I think we're both pretty fair on it. It's a 2017 with 127,000 miles and leather. Now, like I said, the new car dealers need to step into reality and realize what the market actually is. They're so used to making so much money on their trade-ins, they just run it through the auction and they get their money plus back. They're used to making profits on their trade-ins. Well, this car, he told me it's a $25,000 rough trade. It's not. It's a $20,000 rough trade in today's market. And if you look it up on the books, it even says it. I can't go by the last 30 days average because the market changes. But if I look at what they're actually selling for today, I saw another one selling for 19. I know I'm at least in the right price range, and rough trade now is probably around 20,000. So he is slightly out of touch, but by him selling this for $19,000 now makes this truck worth $19,000 in the books. So it's going to go on record that a 2017 with 127,000 miles sold for $19,000, which is going to now start to bring the average down. So we'll see that average in the next 30 days start to come down. If you know what I'm saying, it means the market is starting to come down by me purchasing this car for less than what he thought it was worth, and less than what the books said it was worth 30 days ago. Perfect example, and here's why I like ifs so much. This is a 2011 Nissan Armada Platinum, 159,000 miles, leather, chrome wheels, DVD player, navigation. This thing, I would easily spend $8,500 for normally. Like, I buy a ton of these things, these and Suburbans and Escalades. These are really, really great trucks, and I'd sell them for $14,000. So let's say, and I'd buy them for $9,000 all the time, and I'd sell them for $12,000 to $13,000. Today, I paid $5,800 for this truck, which is wild. Why? Because they're gas guzzlers, and not a lot of people want gas guzzlers. So because gas is so expensive, the demand is low on these things, and the supply increases, and the value goes down. And then I can buy these things at a reasonable price, and I can list them for prices that you can't refuse. So now that the market on these is coming down in price, I can still make the same profit and sell them for less money. And that's basically how the whole economy is going to work. In the stores, with anything that has a surplus, the prices are going to start to come down on now, just like that. So maybe things still aren't negotiable, but the price on that can be lower now than it would have been 6 months ago. Now, I enjoy this channel because it helps me share what I see in the industry with everybody. I hope it was educational for you guys. And if it was, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button down below. And you can always subscribe for more car dealer or car industry news and updates and just fun car videos. I'll see you later, and thanks for watching. Adios.